Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Yang, your online YouTube visa consultant. Now you may notice that I'm not in my studio. Today I'm actually traveling, but would still like to keep you updated with all the news, especially in the international education sector. Now, there's not much of a visa updates recently, but there has been a major shakeups in the student visa student program, should I say, which has obviously angered not just the private colleges. We thought, obviously, if you have been following my channel, you may notice that over the years, the government of Australia has been targeting getting rid of all these so-called ghost colleges. Now, so they have planned to enact a law, perhaps to get them out, but obviously, they introduced so-called genuine student test to replace. We gotta have a look at what their proposal is gonna be to replace the current genuine temporary entrant criteria. However, interestingly, I don't know how they have implement on the policy to actually allow the student visa case officers to assist. Now, my previous video we talked about some of the ridiculous visa refusals, and it looks like there are more out there, even with some of the top state university. For example, University of Tasmania has experienced some incredibly and unreasonable refusals. And not just that, our own experience on the University of Sydney as well. And it looks like there's University of Melbourne is also a victim of the whatever the policy that they want to name it. But let's have a look at the leak document that we have received recently. So this is the let's have a look. This is the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs. As you can see that there with the student visa program. So you can see it's one of the most updated information there. If we scroll down, you can see at the bottom. Can you see that there? It's from March 2024. So a little bit of apologize on the blurry document because I can't really find it from the Department of Home Affairs website as of yet, but I would like to discuss it. The general student requirement heads up. So heads up, that means it's not for the public. I think it's more for internal information, but I would like to get everybody know. So let's have it says, as announced, migration strategy released on the 11th of December. Oops, what have I done? Okay, all right, that's better. 11th of December. The Australian government is replacing general temporary entry requirement, blah blah blah, and goes down to GST. So they remove T because they don't want to to actually coincide with the so-called goods and service taxes. Supposedly everybody know about GST, so they remove T. They're calling it GS requirement, genuine student requirement, to commence for the student visa. Lodged on after 23rd of March 2024. So the application lodged before 23rd of March will be assessed according to existing arrangement. Well, if we read all this document, it doesn't change much. So instead of writing a general temporary entrance statement, through consultation discussed with representative of the education sector, the new GS requirement for international students will aim to identify students with circumstances to support genuine intention to obtain quality education in Australia. Without reference, a future intention to migrate. The 300-word statement of student visa application form will be replaced. All right, here we go, replace targeted questions. All right, so you don't need to write a statement anymore. They'll ask you questions. All you need to do is answer those questions, and these questions is going to be the following: detail their current circumstances, ties with family, community, employment, economic circumstances, and number 2, explanation of the choice of course and the destination, what benefit the course provide to them. The applicant will study history of the applicant, and the applicant holds a visa or other student visa recently applied for this new student visa. And last but not least, the other relevant information for why wish to be provided. The student visa declared will be amended to require application to confirm that they understand what it means for genuine student, have a understand, commit, and comply with the visa condition, understand the post-study pathway to permanent residence are available, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So what's the difference here? I mean, honestly, I don't see there's any difference. So instead of writing the statement, which all the education agencies or migration agents will assist to write, or the client can write themselves, they put it into question and answers. Well, issue here is, what's the difference? You're still answering them anyway. If we don't have those questions to be answered, we will still require to write the GTE, which is exactly answering those questions. So when I see this GST, probably a year and a half ago, I had already make the comment. I don't think there's going to be much of differences. The only differences here is that it used to be you cannot indicate that there is a pathway to permanent residency, but now they remove that, so you can say, yes, I would like to skill migrate to Australia. That will be fine. That's the only change. Having said, removing or replacing the required statement to become question to be answered, that's the same anyway. Okay, now updating more stuff. You may wanted to do a little Google search on this topic, which reads student flocking to Australia despite visa confusions. So there's all this news media out there is basically telling us there is a chaotic situation. Okay, so they basically saying there's a lot more student came, but it's less than the pre-pandemic level. So the government obviously wanted to say, look, we are under the control. Okay, we have the control, we are managing it. But as you can see, there's a University of Melbourne who had completed undergrad and applied for Master of Engineering and got refused for God sake whatever the reason that is. Okay, isn't that genuine? Well, how would that be not genuine? So this is a little bit crazy. Okay, you may have a little read on that, and it talks about the Latin American student again. I think that it's down here. That's a repeat of the Argentinian student being refused based on the economic condition on Colombia. Now there's another news from the Pike News about the one of the Minister of Parliament, Julian Hill, has been interviewed, where it has received a major criticized by the international education sector. Well, we understand that there's a change coming up, but how they implemented and how it had resulted to having those incredibly unreasonable refusals, it's just beyond imaginations. So you got to be very careful. Now, I'm not saying here that you should not lodge a student visa if you really have the genuine intent to study, but you really need to have multiple skills, perhaps really being consulted by a professional migration agent or migration lawyer to actually assist you, because the potential risk on refusal could have an effect, different type of effect. Now I'm not gonna talk you through those technical parts, but you really need to have those mindset how you could reflect and react towards such change or refusals in order to tackle with a successful visa application all the way through. Anyway, should you have more question query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I see you next video. Goodbye.